Officially, summer is still 2 months away, and well, here in New York, it feels about 9 months away. But Hollywood has its own calendar, and it says the summer blockbuster season is already upon us. Marvel kicks things off on Thursday with an all-star cast in the Avengers: Age of Ultron. Take a look.
That little witch is messing with your mind. You're stronger than her. You're smarter than her. You're Bruce Banner. Right? Don't mention puny Banner.
Okay.
This big budget sequel is just one of 86 new releases due out in the next few months. Here with the preview is Matt Singer, managing editor and critic for the movie website ScreenCrush.com. Good morning. That is a lot of movies.
That is a lot of movies, yeah.
So this is the second Avengers.
Number 2.
How does it hold up?
Well, if Avengers 1 was Bruce Banner, this one is the Hulk. It is giant-sized. Everything about it is bigger. Bigger cast, bigger action, bigger villain, literally. The villain is a giant 9-foot-tall robot played by James Spader. If you're a hardcore comic book fan, and I know you wouldn't know it looking at me, but I've read a comic book or two in my day, it is very entertaining. It is super nerdy. If you're a casual fan, I think you're going to enjoy it. The stunts, the effects, they're spectacular, but you might feel a little bit overwhelmed.
More of everything, including more superheroes. 3 more, right?
That is correct. All the original Avengers are back. They didn't lose anybody. They just added
How
more.
do they fit them all in one film?
It is a lot of movie. They've been building this now for 6 years, I think, and they're only going to get bigger. The next Avengers movie is so big it's going to be split into 2 parts.
Well, you mentioned a long time. I want to talk to you about Mad Max Fury Road because it's 30 years between these 2 sequels. I mean, someone can age. I mean, you've moved on past the point of being a superhero at that point.
That's right. The target audience for this movie, young men, they weren't even alive when the last one came out in 1985.
I saw the trailer. I'm excited, I have to admit.
It's a spectacular trailer. I think what you have to say, though, is that even if there's maybe not an audience for Mad Max, they don't know what it is, Furious 7 just made $1.2 billion worldwide. So there's an audience for crazy car chase movies. And Mad Max basically invented that. You can see it right here. This is all like practical stunts too. They don't use as many digital effects in Mad Max. It looks insane. If it's half as insane as this footage looks, I feel like it's going to be one of those kind of surprise hits of the summer.
Conspicuously absent, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, he was actually, they've been working on this movie so long. When they first started, he was still involved. He was going to play Max again, but you know, it took like 12 years to make it. Eventually, things happened. I don't know what possibly happened, but he kind of fell out. And Tom Hardy is now playing Mad Max.
Let's talk about George Clooney in Tomorrowland, a Disney movie.
That is a Disney movie. I don't know if you want to say it's based on the theme park, but it certainly involves the theme park. This young woman played by Britt Robertson, she discovers this pin which sort of introduces her to this magical world that's called Tomorrowland, and then she finds George Clooney, who's this former boy genius, and she recruits him to help her go find this place which is called Tomorrowland, which is somehow connected to the place Tomorrowland at the Disney theme parks, of course.
And then we have another Jurassic Park film, the 3rd sequel, Jurassic World.
That's right, because really, it went so well when they made these Jurassic Parks in the past. Someone thought, I'm going to open a Jurassic Park of my own. What could possibly go wrong? Well, take one guess what goes wrong. The dinosaurs break out and chaos erupts once again. I don't know why anyone would go to Jurassic Park at this point, but I guess the tourism business is like that. But yeah, Chris Pratt is in this. Bryce Dallas Howard is in it. Steven Spielberg didn't direct it. There's a new director this time. Colin Trevorrow is his name.
I didn't realize there had been so many after the original. But let's talk about Pixar, because in June, they have a new one called Inside Out. Every parent loves when Pixar does a film.
I love it too, and I'm not a parent. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, and this one, Inside Out, is by Pete Docter, who's one of those Pixar geniuses. He did Monsters, Inc., and he did Up, which is my favorite Pixar movie, so I'm really excited about this one. The premise is that there are these little characters inside everyone's minds who are kind of controlling your decisions.
People,
yeah, you know all of them. Joy and fear and disgust. I know fear very well, but yeah, that these characters are controlling people's minds, and it gives you a look inside the mind of this young girl.
All right, real quick, we got to get through the last ones. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back.
Yes. As the Terminator. Not only is he back, he is still the Terminator. Yeah. What? He's 60-something years old. He is still the Terminator, and I guarantee you in this movie he will say, I'll be back, at least 10 or 12 times.
Quickly,
for sure.
tell us about Trainwreck with Amy Schumer.
Yeah, that's the new Judd Apatow movie, who's kind of the guy for Hollywood comedies right now. He tends to make guy-centric comedies, but this one is a female-centric. Amy Schumer is the star. She also wrote it for herself. She plays a commitment-phobic woman who falls in love with a doctor played by Bill Hader.
And finally, Southpaw.
That is a boxing movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's got incredible shape for this movie. He gained something like 15 pounds. He did 2,000 sit-ups a day to play this boxer. I'm impressed by that.
2,000 sit-ups a day.
I don't think I have time to do that many. If I started
that.
right now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that time to do that many.
Matt Singer, thank you so much.